Hello survivors, welcome to a brand new Soulstone survivor video. Today we are playing the Chaoswalker and we're going to be focusing on chaotic with a little bit of purity. The reason is there's a Titan that got buffed recently where the chaotic stacks a purity for us and you get quite a lot of purity from that. So we're going to take advantage of that. We're running advanced tactics, synergetic, chaotic aptitude, so chaos to aptitude, and then controlled chaos, so the chaos skills roll random numbers. This is going to allow to roll twice, with the highest roll always being chosen. Unexpected arsenal, weapon expert, and reroll mastery. The focus of the build is going to be our first weapon, but the manifestation of chaos. We're going to focus on damage and cooldown reduction on this. Now, I'm not too worried about multicast. We will take it when we get it. However, chaotic cannot be triggered from multicast. It can be triggered from skill chain. So we're going to focus on that, and that's why we take synergetic and some holy skills as well. So ripple of light, sanctified orb, and holy beam. It gives us pure prowess, gives us dazed, purity, and then we focus on the disarray stacking for manifestation of chaos's damage. So there you go, damage is base damage 1 to 1300. Hopefully we can roll the higher number on all of these all the time. So let's get straight into it. We're going to do a +0 for now because, you know, it hasn't been tested. I like to think of an idea and then just show you guys what I've thought about. So I've never actually played this off screen. Did look at the Titan passives, and we're going to go for Aranak first for the movement speed and critical strike chance. We're then going to go for Midorak to grab ourselves the critical damage and... what was it again? He gives critical damage and cast frequency, because that's going to be a big bonus to our cast frequency. And do things like that. Weird and wonderful ones. Then we might obviously then go for the Shattered if we want to, and go on to the Viv and Volk for other beautiful stuff. So firstly, we're going to, we'll just grab the cast frequency for now. Don't really want to spend much on, you know, trying to get other things. Area of effect, great. There's manifestation of chaos, nice and early. And one of the most important things for the build that we're going to have to look at is going to, but you know, we could actually change unchanged chaos. There are other skills to use. We'll see how it goes, to be honest. But we might swap it out for the totems, because the totems will provide us with more stats. Like more damage, not more stats. Okay, cast frequency, that... I mean, there are things like Chaotic Wave. It's a 1.1 second cooldown. 60% chaotic instead of 80% chaotic, but it does have a lower cooldown. The damage is a little bit less. So we're going to look at things like that. This over here isn't chaotic, so we're not going to be using it. Come on, game. There's Ripple of Lights. Thank you. Holy Gardens. That's very good. We're just looking for our last skill. I'm just going to take... we're looking for the Holy Beam. I'm just going to take Death Claw for now. It's 100% with a 1.8 second. Actually, we'll use Death Claw instead. What the heck? Instead of Unchained Chaos. I've never really been a fan of the chained skills, to be honest. Oh, but wait, that's Disarray. Okay, never mind. No, actually it doesn't matter. We don't need the Disarray from that. We'll have Disarray on hit. I mean, do we need Holy Beam? Is it not? Oh, but the thing is, we won't get Holy to Chaotic if we have 4 Chaos skills. We'll get a lot of Chaos to Holy, which works fine, but not so good for when you're trying to skill chain into manifestation of Chaos. One thing to take note is the Chaoswalker's Ascension is quite weird. I'll put in the description what the Ascension actually does for you. There's a chance to roll 4 out of 6 options. So I'm going to put down what the 6 options are down in the description. I don't know them offhand. I know some of them, like there's the chaotic firewall, which is this one. I also know there's a movement speed as well as an area of effect buff. I'm not 100% sure on what some of the other ones are. So we're going to just have to take a look at the description for that. I got it down on somewhere written down on Discord. I've got what they do. Okay, lethality is going to be important here. Here we go. See, Holy Guidance increases the damage of all of our chaotic skills, meaning that this goes up from 41 damage per stack up to 45 damage per stack. Still want Holy Beam for more purity, but we're not getting it. I guess we can just... I don't actually want to grab Smart even, to be honest, so we're not going to grab that. We get the increased critical strike chance here, along with Disarray. Disarray is going to be important. By the way, this uncommon power and this common power, as you can see, the only difference is the damage amount, but they count as two separate sources for Disarray. So if you need two sources, which you no longer need anyway, that would have counted for it. So just in case you're ever wondering, for some reason, it was a bug in the game and the developers decided to just keep it in the game so that we benefited from it. Alright, see, this is Disarray, but it's a very long cooldown, so we're not going to grab it. I mean, by just grabbing all those Disarray upgrades that we are grabbing like this, we benefit more than a 5.5 second Disarray. Although, technically, if we took that and the Disarrays on hit, it's even more, but I like the Chaotic better. And what's really nice is you can see our aptitude going up. Because we have the Chaotic to gain aptitude, we know that we're proccing Chaotic. So we know that we're using it. We just need to get it to be far more... I mean, obviously there are other ways to run this, like running Swing would probably be better because you can then get a far better skill chance because of the lower cooldown of swings. Swing skills have massive cooldowns. Not massive, sorry, very low cooldowns. So doing weird skill chain versions of builds and things like that works really, really well with swing skills. So if you ever want to do skill chain, just always grab like Slash. That's just a really low cooldown skill. Alright. Damage increase. It doesn't affect our manifestation of chaos, so I'm actually going to get rid of it. We've got Chaos to Holy. Not what we're looking for, but it's fine. We need the critical strike chance more than anything else here. Still waiting for our unholy thing, but we need to keep our rerolls. There we go. Unholy beam instead of that. Remove that. There we go. Beautiful. Now all I want to see is damage for manifestation of chaos. Now, multicasting is still really good here, but just note that you cannot skill chain. Not skill chain, you cannot chaotic off of multicasting. So, or, you know, it's not going to cause a multicast on the skill. It's not going to be able to do any of that stuff. So, just keep that in mind when you're playing. Alright, increased movement speed and critical strike chance. That's what we were looking for. Now we're going to go and grab our Midorak, because Midorak has cast frequency and critical damage, which is, again, something really nice for us.
Just give them time.
And we'll see where this takes us, but I think we're pretty good here. I'm hoping.
Another step taken. The Titans stir.
I want to try to stay away from our Ascension though. We don't necessarily need it. As nice as it is to have random abilities going off, there are things that it can occur, like the firewall, which just clouds our vision even more than it already is. So I'm not going to be grabbing that. I'm not going to worry about those, like I just mentioned. So get rid of them. HP is going to be pretty important here. We're on 110% critical strike chance, so I don't need crit anymore. We just wanted to get to 100%. Obviously, you can get as much as you want. You can also gain form on hit, but we're not going to worry about that one either. I don't even know if exposed is very good with this, but we've got one more Titan that I've never thought about. Well, that I haven't thought about. Because we're going to go Shattered. Because as we increase the difficulty, or as soon as we start defeating more and more Titans, they gain armor. So you need to have Shattered in your builds. And then I can either go exposed or I can go for the chaotic to purity, but we're going to go chaotic to purity because that's what the idea was. So go shattered first and then go chaotic to purity, or even go chaotic to purity and then shattered, because to be honest, shattered isn't that necessary early on. Okay, I don't think, oh man, I don't know what to go for here. I should have re-rolled. That's what I should have done. Area of effect. Yeah, we'll grab that. Area of effect there. Here's a re-roll. Critical strike chance. Cast frequencies. Damage increase for these. I'm actually going to banish this because we don't need the damage increases for them. I actually need it to be holy to chaos, not the other way around. So I'm going to banish all of the all the chaos to holy upgrades, hoping that we get the chaos to holy instead. So here we reroll. There's a disarray. Unfortunately, we were by a totem and I couldn't see it, so it activated the Ascension. And makes it lovely for us to see what's happening.
Is weakening. We can break it.
I mean, it's all my mess anyway, so it doesn't really matter. I will have to turn it down for this boss fight though, because unfortunately this boss fight does come with problems. Cast frequency, yes, we'll go for that for now. There's damage increase for that. I should have banished that one over there. We don't need you. We're going to re-roll. We're going to grab more cast frequency. Disarray. Don't need the damage. Banish you. This. And then get ourselves more critical strike chance.
Yes, this is power.
Where is it? Did I activate the... Yes, we did. Alright, perfect. So let's just turn this down a little bit. Maybe 40% will be enough. We'll have to see. I think just 20% to be fair. We do get the affliction orbs as well, where they rotate around us, releasing projectiles at enemies that cause random damage and apply disarray. So that's very helpful for us as well. There's more damage. We don't need that. Cast frequency, get that as low as possible. Grab some armor, a bit more movement speed. Well, I mean, we actually have quite a lot of movement speed. I probably don't need that either. Right, and this is why we need the visuals, because of this poison that follows us. If this boss didn't have this poison that followed us, I could easily fight it and beat it without with the visuals on 100%. But because of the poison following us, and it becomes quite impossible to see, it's a lot easier to just fight the boss without it. Also, look at all those affliction orbs around us. Pretty cool. Okay, disarray to bleed. I mean, you could land up getting that if you want to one time, but no. And here we are looking for this critical damage and cast frequency. So that's going to increase it from, what are we on? 185 and 360. I mean, remember, we've already got chaotic to aptitude, so we don't need this necessarily. I mean, it does increase critical damage, but we're just going to grab that one, get ourselves some juicy critical strike damage and cast frequency, and then we get the chaotic to holy, which is not what we're looking for, but that's whatever. We want holy to chaotic. And now we go and do Volk and Vivolt. They are the ones that have the chaos to purity.
I know how this battle unfolds. Calm now. Chaos later.
See what's happening here.
Another step taken. The Titan stirs. I can feel it.
I mean, the damage feels pretty decent, which is good. I mean, you don't want your damage to feel bad.
Tear it apart. Leave nothing whole.
Just pick up all these ones for now. They're nice and close together and easy to do. There are other things we can grab. There's increased damage and area of effect for purity as well. I've never tried that one out. It would be quite interesting to do, so it is an option. Not a good option, but I mean it is an option. And then obviously if you wanted to keep going after the Void King, other options you can get: a wound at the Void King, fragility, disoriented, all of those are beautiful. Like every option of the Void Kings is really good. It's really going to be up to you to choose what it is that you're looking for, or what you want, or what you feel is cool or good, or you know. Here we go, finally get a Holy to Chaos. Thank you. Damage increases there. Damage, beautiful. We don't need that. We don't need movement speed. Disarray, HP, critical damage. We don't need multicast, so cast frequency and damage over there. I should have actually had a look there because I think that was a missile upgrade. So I should have locked those, to be honest, and I didn't. So that was a bit of a fail on my half. Okay, we actually get a goblin here, which is awesome. There we go. And we should be completing very soon. We just need 6 more. So this is a 3, there's a 1 and a 2. I like when they shoot the beams at us so I can tell where they are standing. Fantastic. There were the crystals we didn't pick up, and here's a 3 at the bottom over there. Just grab our Ascension, because it doesn't really matter. It's going to drop after the boss now. Disarray, area of effect, damage for chaos, beautiful. Weird. Just grab that. Disarray, multicast, and cast frequency. And then yeah, as you can see, we just heal pretty much. As long as we can survive the hit, we will survive. So getting ourselves as much HP as possible, getting ourselves those damage reductions and block chance makes everything amazing. So I don't need that damage increase there, but that's fine. Grab cast frequency, block chance, Holy Guidance for a lot of damage over there. Multicast on the Sanctified Orb. Yeah, why not? Damage. Get ourselves more block, because our block is really low. And let's go. Pretty decent damage being done to them. Like I mentioned, as soon as we get hurt, we heal up. However, this isn't like the Legionnaire build where we are immortal. If we don't have enough armor or enough block to really stand in the hits and dodge them, or I mean, you know, take that fatal hit like we could with them. Here's our, whenever we trigger Chaotic, we gain Purity. I thought it was supposed to be 20 stacks. It looks like it's 10. We might have to look at that, but it used to be 2 stacks. So it definitely got a big buff over there, but I thought it was supposed to be 20 stacks, but something's gone a bit weird there. It's actually in the patch notes for today. It literally got, on release, it got buffed. So a load of XP. This just makes me think that I wasn't leveling up enough. So that's really good. There's some Holy to Chaos. Holy to Chaos. Cast frequency. We want the crit chance for the Chaos. Disarrays. Beautiful. Area of effect. Nah, lethality is fine. More Holy to Chaos. Thank you, game, for giving me what we want. HP, multicasting, disarray stacking, obviously being very good. Disarray, block chance, HPs, armors, Holy to Chaos. Cast frequencies are good. Area of effect, we're going to grab this because it increases the area of effect of our Manifestation of Chaos. Damage increase for Manifestation of Chaos, which is down 105 damage per stack. And then we go to Broken Playz. broken the player. Now there's two things we can get here. We can either get the shattered, which is what we were looking for, or we can go for other I mean, Purity's going crazy right now. I need to speak to the developers because I think it's unacceptable that Radiance, Electrified, Ammunition, and RC Veins gets the reduced stacks, but Purity got no love with that rune. I think Elemental Power should be affecting Purity as well as all the other ones. So I don't know why Purity was never added in there, even the one that gives 200% multiplied damage. I think Purity needs to be a part of that rune. So I'm going to have some firm worded email for the developers because I think that it needs to be in there as well.
The seal is weakening. We can break it. Another step taken.
I thought this looks like full vision. Okay, more disarray and more there. It looks pretty cool. Alright, and now we don't really have to worry about taking damage from anything other than bosses. So there's no way we can lose a run mid-run from like objectives or enemies. Obviously we can't stand still when we're doing the objectives that require you to run away from the Void Presence, because that one is an insta-kill unless you have a 100% block chance. But otherwise, everything else, there's no way. We have so much healing that it's actually next to nearly impossible for us to take damage. A good example here is we'll probably just try... some of the bosses here can actually one-shot you. So let's just grab some more block and HP just in case. But I think we should be in a good enough spot, especially with the difficulty level that this boss fight was. We get... knocked into the air. Notice there though, that's actually a very important thing that we've never spoken about. There's only one, or there used to only be one skill in the game that used to be able to heal you when you get knocked in the air. It looks like it's changed. It was the original version of Purity, which used to be called Exorcism. It got changed to Purity, and Exorcism used to be able to hit enemies while you're in the air. So every time you got knocked up, you were able to still heal. But it does look like that is no longer the case, and you can't heal in the air anymore. So you do need to be careful of being knocked up and then the enemy like defeating you while you're in the air, because you aren't going to be able to heal that damage while in the air. Alright, so now we're going to grab some Shattered. Obviously I don't have to worry about, I mean, if we stand in his AoE it doesn't do enough damage to defeat us, but we don't want to get whacked in the face with his club. And then again, just grabbing Disarray, some block and HP, Vicious Strikes, whatever. We're going to grab the Shattered, of course, because now you can see that enemies are starting to gain armor. So enemy armor is plus 40 now. Obviously it's going to go up as we go through. So it was plus 40, it should go to plus 50 now, or even more. We'll take a look. It was plus, yeah, plus 60 now. So
is our next step.
Starts off at 0, and then every vial increases at about 220. And they also get armor penetration, by the way. And that includes block. So that armor penetration is penetration of block and armor, not just armor. I think. I could be wrong there. It might just be armor. I don't think it'd be very fair if it was block and armor, to be honest. That's why block is far more superior.
Every void fragment, another lie undone.
Okay, Purity does have to hit multiple enemies, by the way. So you consume 15 stacks, it needs to hit 4 or more enemies to heal you. So you can't be hitting a single enemy for it to do anything, which is just important to know. That's why Area of Effect with Purity works pretty well.
The door resists.
Okay, we actually have a 3 and a 5 there. That gives us, what's that, 9, 14. So not enough, but whatever. It is what it is.
Riches or ruin. This will be fun. His magic's failing. I can feel it. The spell is cracking, one piece at a time.
The final 2 objective over here.
Every void fragment, another lie undone.
Okay, let's just grab some upgrades. Of course, just stacking disarray. Go for a bit of area of effect there. Holy to chaos, chaos to holy. At least we did land up getting a lot more holy to chaos skill chain. So we got 50%, which means that each skill over here has 50% chance of scaling or creating a chaos skill, which will then increase our critical strike damage because they'll be able to chaotic more often, or chaotic chain is a better way of saying it. Also, I can't see anything on the floor, so we might land up dashing into something that hurts us. Only 4,000 stacks of disarray, not nearly enough. I don't know what we're going to be grabbing from this over here. We could go critical strike chance. Multicast doesn't help us. Area of effects, nah, not so much. I think we'll just go for the damage, cast frequency, and movement speed. Even going for the negative movement speed for 110% damage might be more helpful. Let's just do that. We'll go weight of power. We don't need the dash. We've already got 4 of them. That means we don't need the movement speed either because we've got more than enough movement speed. I do just want to drop this down to 2 though, so we can see everything, because there are hits here that will one-shot us, or not necessarily one-shot us, but actually sitting over here is a very good idea. The reason for that is because Manifestation of Chaos bounces. So if you sit behind his chair there, they're going to bounce between the wall and the boss. So maybe there's a tactic to standing closer to walls with the build, so that you're able to get it to bounce between him and the other enemies. But we've got this part of the game occurring, so we just got to make sure we stay like so. There we go. Yes, we know. Thank you very much. And now I wonder if it double hits, because it bounces off the walls. But there we have it. A nice, juicy Void King done with an experimental build in some way, shape or form. So let me know what you guys think about the build. Again, it would be a wound that we pick up, but there's no point in taking it. 1729, a respectable amount of damage coming out of Manifestation of Chaos. Deathclaw actually doing quite a lot of damage on its own. Then Chaotic Missile, Sanctified Orb, really enjoyable build. Had a lot of fun playing with it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more videos like this in the future. And always remember, keep safe, survivors. Until next time, cheers.